still coming out to Jay's theme song. You can still yeet to down since day one-ish. We've been down since day one-ish. It don't make sense. You want to get an intro? I can say there goes the neighborhood.
All right, I can do the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of HCW HEAT. I am Justin in the main chair this week. That is Josh. We are presented by Off the Rope.
There goes the neighborhood.
It's weird. Rana's out of town for the next month.
He's
officially
gone. If you thought last week was off the rails, oh buddy, you got something different coming to you now.
But yeah, I was off last week. I appreciate you holding the fort. I had a lot going on. We were busy moving. And also, all right, this is my brief rant. So
We're 30 seconds in.
Yeah, I had two major things going on last week. One, my lease was up at my apartment, so I had to finish moving.
Yeah.
That was fine. Like Monday, we finished moving everything. Tuesday, did a deep clean, and then dropped off my keys that night. The other thing, so our washing machine broke a month ago.
Oh.
November 30th. And then first I was getting quotes for everything, like whether or not it'd be cheaper to fix it or buy a new one. Yeah. It was ended up being like $300 to fix it. I found a brand new washing machine for $500. It's like, you know what? We're just gonna take the hit, spend an extra $200. So I order it December 10th. Yeah. It shows up to the delivery company on December 17th. Yeah. I did not get my washing machine till January 2nd.
Sounds about right.
I was rescheduled 3 times. I had to shame this company on Twitter to finally figure out where my washing machine was. They incorrectly told Sam's Club they delivered my washing machine. Had to get Sam's Club involved. Shout out, I'm doing Rana's bit. So shout out Tara at Sam's Club. She's the best. RXO, you are the worst shipping company I've ever heard. I hope we're never offered a sponsorship for RXO delivery, because I will be telling Josh to not accept it. A terrible company. If I have to shame you on social media to figure out what's going on, you're terrible.
Oh man, I had to.
But then, so
this
finally.
is cracking me up. I'm sorry.
So Friday, they finally deliver it. But then also, they didn't tell me till 8 in the morning on Friday when they were going to show up. And then I get a phone call from their social media department that day because I shamed them. And they're just like, yeah, our tracking says it'll be in at like 5:50. Like, great. And it's like, we're launching an investigation. Great. But then like also like I had to have my girlfriend's sister watch over because we were at the Blues game, which was at 2 in the afternoon because the Winter Classic was in the afternoon, so all the other games are usually earlier in the day. So I'm at Enterprise till like 4 o'clock. I'm leaving the game, and then I finally get a phone call from the delivery guy. Hey, we're like 10 minutes out. I'm like, awesome. Let my girlfriend's sister know. I was like, all right, cool. And we're heading back. I'm leaving one of the parking lots at Enterprise.
Something tells me this.
We get a text. Hey, do you guys have any tools lying around? And I'm just like, well, all my tools are packed up. Like we just finished moving. So I'm like, no, I don't have any on hand. And then she texts back, they didn't bring any tools for the installation. Professional installers didn't bring tools. Thank God it's a washing machine. It's 3 hoses. You just gotta make sure they're tight. But it was just like... Then they tracked mud everywhere, didn't clean up, didn't do any of the stuff that I paid for. So I had the bow on this. At least the happier part of the story. I had to email Tara at Sam's Club back because she emailed me that morning. She's like, "Hey, I saw you rescheduled. Let me know if any problems happen." I was just like, "Hey, so I finally got it. We're finally able to do laundry." Even though they forgot tools for the installation and they got mud everywhere. And I sent her photos and all that. And she's like, I'm refunding you $130. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Sam's Club went above and beyond. RXO, terrible. So that's my rant. We're starting heat off.
I haven't heard anything about this. So
Yeah.
Justin had to get that off his chest, so we had to let it rip. You know you're
So
gonna get
that's
your
why
life.
I was off last week.
Yeah, you're gonna get your little life story and review of the last week with us. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like these things happen, but like my God, we didn't have a washing machine for a month.
That's awful.
And like we were doing laundry at like friends' houses and all, but it was like like emergency, like bare necessities. So like we had laundry just piling up. We were running out of receptacles to put.
Receptacles.
The only one who was happy during all this was the cat because it was bed everywhere.
Yeah.
I'd be coming home and I'm just like, and like her bed would be 2 feet away, and it's like, no, we're just gonna sleep on this pile of clothes.
Yeah. Smells like you. That's what she.
Yeah, that's like she had the time of her life. Yeah. We not so much.
Well. I don't think I can follow that with a update of the
I just know
week,
the only part where I did feel bad about last week is when you were texting where it was just like I'm in hell right now editing the episode. It wasn't the exact words you used, but I was just like when you were up till 2 a.m. editing, and which I normally do, but I'm usually up that late.
Yeah. Well, that's my fault because I decided, we need a whole new graphics package for the year of our Lord 2026. I was like, we don't have a new graphics package. What am I doing today? And then it turned into 2.5 days. And then the episode came out on Friday for the second week in a row. So
it's fine. It got done though.
It got done. No clips. No clips. I had to chill out. It takes a long time to make those 1-minute clips. I just put it like that.
Like, so you gotta find the best parts.
Yeah.
And when I think it's tougher when you're actually recording it too.
Usually I start looking when I'm uploading the video to Dropbox for you. When I'm uploading my cam, I can like timestamp things on my cam, but you still got to go in and match it up once I get the final edit back from you. So that's kind of how I do. I go and I pick like 10 things. I'm like, I'm gonna get these 7 things out, and then it ends up being like 2.5. And then there's like videos that don't come out because like they're done, but it's like way too late for it to actually. And then
you got to schedule it. You got to figure out the best point. You got to do all that.
Yeah.
And we're a 3-man operation, and we're a man down right now.
Yeah, and I do that with like 3 kids.
Yeah, it's
running around me. Daddy.
And we all work full time too, so it's it's a pain for me to get the episode out done on time. So that's why I knew with you who not being a professional editor, I was just like, because I even offered, I was just like, if you just need me to do like the audio or something, just shoot it my way and I'll get it out real quick just to alleviate something.
What did you think of the editing job though?
It turned out
not doing
the new setup's nice. We're not doing it this week because it's only just the 2 of us, so we don't have the 5 cameras we usually have set up.
We got a lot of cams. Matching up the audio, like audio syncing, that was interesting for me. Once I got it, I was like, okay, it's there.
So that's what's nice because I use DaVinci Resolve for everything, and Premiere also has this feature. But it's nice that you literally just select your clips, right click, and it'll auto do it for you.
Maybe I didn't.
And maybe CapCut does have that. You just haven't.
Maybe I just didn't know.
There are. It's gotten a lot easier.
Yeah.
But you gotta learn it for each.
All the AI and CapCut, I'm sure they have that feature.
Yeah. I think it's pretty standard on all the editors nowadays. But CapCut's more meant for like social media, so I don't know if what's.
Well, it worked out fine. I mean, I was able to get those transitions and everything down pretty easily. Anything I messed up on, it's
a learning experience. That's the nice thing about doing weekly, is even because I'm not perfect by all means. There are times I get episodes out, and then as soon as I'm QCing the episode after it's exported to make sure everything's clean and all that, I'm just like, I don't have time, but like I could have done this, could have done, and like, so you learn after each one.
This is our for fun show too. So.
Yeah, and I've been doing this for over 10 years, and like I've worked on actual television shows, and you're always learning.
Yeah, things change.
But yeah, no Rana this week, but not to worry. I wanted to represent some of his energy. I'm wearing the Tony Storm shirt this week, which I got when we were at what was it, Dynasty? Or what was the, yeah, Dynasty? No.
Dynasty? Was that Wrestle Dream?
No, Wrestle Dream.
Oh, you got that at Wrestle Dream?
Yeah, this is the one I got.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
Because literally a week ago, Rana just started gooning over Tony Storm in our group chat.
Yeah. No. He gets in the group chat. It's chill, right? And all you see is a text that says Tony Storm. And then I replied, Rabia, which is his fiance.
No, but then I replied, great, Rana's discovered the AEW women's roster. We're screwed.
I'm telling you, that's why I thought his predictions last week were really gonna be like out of pocket. And I was genuinely surprised that it did not have like a single women's prediction in it. You know?
Maybe he's showing growth. Maybe that's the 2026 is the year.
We recorded in 2025.
That's true though. Maybe he was a day early.
I guess
He was preparing.
These things change. I need things not to change now. Like I need you to hold on to that for next 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got content.
Yeah, we got content to put out, buddy. I'm gonna need you to be nasty. Oh shoot, we need the clicks. So, our topics today, and you may or may not see them in the lower third. It just depends on if I actually type in the bars.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it should be easy. Topics today, you want to hit, which topic do you want to hit first, Justin? You know the topics. You see them right here on the sheet.
Yeah, well,
which one gets you going right now?
So, 2026 is already becoming the year of retirements between...
Off to a screaming start.
But the biggest retirement out of all of this...
Bigger than AJ Styles retiring.
Bigger than, we ended last year with John Cena's retirement.
Did we end last year with John Cena's retirement?
We basically did.
Yeah.
That was the last major wrestling.
Was it the last major wrestling retirement?
Because what was it? A week and a half ago?
Something like that.
A video goes out from Brock Lesnar guy, and I will say, like, we've met him. Yeah, nice guy.
He was nice, yeah.
But he posts this video because it was at the World's End.
Yeah.
He posts a video of him with the shirt off, laying it on his chair and saying he's retiring from going to wrestling shows. And like, look, you're a nice guy, but this is main character energy. This is... Dude, and like I saw a tweet about it. I don't remember who said it, but like, I think the problem with a lot of modern day wrestling fans, is thinking they're a part of the show, and not in this.
But they are a part of the show.
They are a part of the show, but not in the sense where like everyone, like you're trying to get yourself over. Mm-hmm. And I've felt that way for a while. And like some of it's like fun, like all the signs, like, it's fun, or you're calling attention to stuff. You want to create a funny meme.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
But when your whole gimmick is, hey, I'm the guy who wears the same t-shirt.
Hold on now. There's some nice guys that wear the same t-shirt. No, don't do them like that.
But they don't nearly have the social media footnote that like Brock Lesnar guy has. Like he constantly like he wants to draw attention to himself.
Saying that this ain't really like a Frank to. Those guys aren't Frank to clown.
And also just the notion of just like, I'm going to announce I'm no longer spending thousands of dollars to be front row at shows to draw attention to myself. Okay, it ain't an airport, man. You don't got to announce your departure. like you're cool and you're nice, but like what is this? Who is it for? Because he also he followed up with like I'm announcing some new like personal ventures, which it's been a week and a half and I haven't seen any.
Let me see some ventures. Show me some ventures. Announce something.
If you had started off with like, if the original thing was just like, hey guys, and instead of like the whole theatrical video of like, hey guys, I'm not really doing this anymore. Like there's some stuff I want to focus on outside of wrestling and I want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing.
Yeah.
But trying to like draw attention to yourself and you're recording it after a pay-per-view.
Right.
Of which were like the big noteworthy thing of like, MJF now the new AEW world champion.
Yeah.
Instead of us talking about that,
We're talking
about Brock Lesnar guy.
Yeah.
Just what is but I think that's my problem with a lot of fan culture is people don't really understand the relationship anymore. And part of that is because of, the way the algorithm now and, we being a part of that now with commentating on it. And like, I think it's one thing if you're commentating on it, but when you're going to shows and you're actively trying to draw attention to yourself, or like the stuff with like TV shows and movies where like, you think you're owed a remake because you didn't like a finale of a television show. It's just like, you just didn't like it. I didn't like Raw for like 5 years.
Wait. I am owed the last season of Last Man on Earth though. It just didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
Like I deserve that.
I mean,
after being left on a cliffhanger, I was left on. I don't even be watching TV shows.
Listen, I deserve 5 more seasons of Firefly, but I only got 13 episodes. So
I feel that.
Yeah. But like I've never once like when we started going to Raw, like that was the bad era. I never once I've seen Jon Moxley smash a plant over Chris Jericho's head
in person.
I didn't demand for a refund. I just like, wow, we kind of wasted $60.
No, the ticket was $44 though.
You're right.
That's why
that's right.
Ask for a refund.
That's why we didn't ask.
The ticket was reasonable for a circus act,
All right, I kind of get the refund. I do like when they chant refund at the $1 billion corporation. I just think that's funny.
Yeah, I could go for some refunds.
But yeah, like that. Like
shout out to Intuit TurboTax. I'm a big fan of you guys. Actually, I file all my taxes myself, and it's very easy.
Not a sponsor. I mean, maybe one day. I know they do sponsor wrestling, so.
I'm just saying. I'll be turbo in my tax day one. Night one, I don't go to bed, and I get my taxes back.
Soon as I get that W-2, I'm uploading that.
Over with. I'm getting my early. Well, I don't get the early deposit because I get the child tax credits, but it comes like a week or two after that. So
yeah, But that's kind of like my whole thoughts on that. Just I think be respectful obviously when you're consuming media. Mm-hmm. But
so you're not hating, huh?
I'm not hate. I do think it's ridiculous.
It is.
And just kind of, but like if he's wanting to like focus on personal things, focus on personal things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you don't gotta. This doesn't read as, hey, I'm promoting personal stuff. This is me. Hey, how do I draw my attention to myself the most internet way possible?
And that's the thing. You're doing this for people on the internet that like you get a cheap hit, right? But at the end of the day, these people don't care about you. They don't care what you got going on.
Well, even then,
unless it benefits their entertainment. That's what we understand is like, you don't care what I got going on. You just watching because it's funny, and that's cool. Like we don't need to do all the riffraff. Like we come on here, we have fun, we move on. You don't need to know what's going on at my house. You do need to know about Justin's washing machine saga though.
It's a terrible company. I'm shaming them on every platform I have, and now I have my own platform on this.
Like now that I have my own
platform, I'm shaming you.
Oh my god.
But
well, let's see if we get any more fan retirement. See, like Vlad didn't even announce his retirement, right?
Yeah.
Rick, the sign guy.
Can't remember the last time I saw him at a show.
Yeah, but he didn't announce anything. But the day will be when Green Shirt is no longer.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I think it's just more us going to be noticing. It's going to be WrestleMania, and it's just like, where's that guy who's spending $80,000 to?
Oh, I think he'd be dead.
Yeah,
if that would be the case. Like, he's at least going to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
As I say, someone do a wellness check if if we don't see him at WrestleMania.
That's how I used to be. I was like, I'm at least gonna be at WrestleMania. I used to
Right.
go a whole year in between attending shows. What's the last show you went to? Oh, last year's WrestleMania. That's it. Like I was gonna be there, you know. So
Yeah.
I would imagine for that, especially with the perks,
Right.
you know, you're not gonna want to let go of having that advantage every single year if you got the
Right.
money to do it, you know. At least that's how I would look at it personally. I'd be like, I'm at least just gonna buy this,
Right.
you know, and chill out the rest of the year. Cause I can't imagine. My whole thing is like you attend so many shows in familiar cities, right? At what point does it get boring?
Right.
It's my legitimate question. Like, oh, you've been to Chicago like 50 times at this point. Like, what's gonna be different?
Right.
What's gonna be better? What is the draw besides having the advantage and having that seat? What is the draw? Like, and there's like another point that I would want to make about that, and there's like legitimate questions that I want to ask some of these people, you know, that are more of like a personal question that I don't think are necessarily suited for, like, you know, me saying that me and you now, because it's not that I don't want to offend somebody pre-hand, but like I do have legitimate like life questions. Like,
Right.
you've been to 20-something WrestleManias in a row. You telling me that there has not been a single year where there may have been something more important going on at that time of
Right.
year? Like, if not, like kudos to that. Like, I understand because like WrestleMania falls around my birthday, so it's an easy excuse.
Right.
But like 20-something straight years, there's no deaths, no illnesses, no emergencies, no nothing. Like, things always
No,
come up.
or just didn't like the card. Like,
Yeah,
even
that's what I'm
small
saying.
thing.
Like, no, went to Dallas last time. Dallas ain't that exciting. But at the same time, I did Dallas twice and New Orleans twice.
Right.
Even I'm from New Orleans, so I do New Orleans every
Right.
year if they were there. But like, Dallas ain't bad. So like, I don't know if that argument fully works. But it's just some things where I'm like, there was nothing else going that came up like at all.
Right.
You know, but that's the thing. The difference between some fans and other fans is that some fans got kids.
Yeah.
You know, I had 3 kids to spend money on. I have to decide: do I really want to go out here and spend this much, or do I want to go and like build my kids a playground in the backyard type of stuff?
And that's the thing. I think that's all. Even a part of the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah,
What's more important, wrestling or real life?
yeah. Because we got some nice TVs.
Yeah. And also just, you know, because I always try to have that, you know, those touch grass
Yeah,
moments.
yeah,
Do it. It's good for you.
yeah,
And you know, I think part of why society is the way it is I think we've developed, and maybe it's because of COVID or, you know, or maybe it was built into that, but like, I think we've developed as a society an unhealthy relationship with the media we consume.
yeah,
And I think it's to remember that there's a real world outside of pop culture.
right.
And, you know, I love pop cultures as much as the next guy. I do this show. I write a comic book.
Yeah.
I do all these things. But, you know, I think it's also important to just go outside, experience the real world,
Yeah.
go to a new restaurant,
Yeah,
watch the news, pay attention to what's outside of, you know, Brad Pitt and
Yeah.
John Cena. And
Yeah.
I don't know why those are the two that popped in my head first, but they are.
It's funny that you make that point too, because I do think there can be balance depending on what you want to do, right? So like, what excited me used to excite me about going to WrestleMania was the fact that like, oh, that's in a city I've never been to before. There's something to explore. There's food to eat, like those types of things, right? You go to Orlando, it's like, oh, Disney World's there, Universal's
Right.
there. You can do more than just, you know, go to a
Just
wrestling show.
touristy stuff.
Yeah, but then at the end of the day, you get to go to your favorite hobby, right? So that was what the draw was was for me. Like I just like going places and seeing new things and
Right.
exploring. You know, that's what's kind of like attractive. As much as we all hate it, and I understand, that's kind of what would attract me about the perspective of going like to Saudi Arabia is because well, it's a different land now. They got a lot of different laws and different things going on over there,
That's,
but just being in a different part of the world, experiencing the good parts of another culture,
Well, not only that,
you know,
and then-
things like that. That gets my mind saying, "Oh, I get to do that," and at the end of that day, I get to go and watch some wrestling. I like
and
that.
I think there's been a big push between really all the wrestling companies with more international stuff.
Yeah,
You know, AEW is doing London again this year.
Yeah.
And you know, it sucks I couldn't go to Texas last year, but like, man, the notion of like getting to visit London for the first time and using the excuse to go into a wrestling show, and you know,
WWE's running Italy this year.
Italy,
That's
and then
nuts
they've
to me.
done both of them have done Australia in the past year.
Yeah,
And because like the one on my I don't have a whole lot of like wrestling bucket list stuff, but you know, the one then they'll go into our next segment here in a minute. You know, my dream is really for both of us to go out to Japan and go to go to the Tokyo Dome.
dude, Tokyo Dome. I'm in the front row cutting up. They're gonna have to get rid of me because I
cheap
would not
anyways.
fit the culture.
Yeah,
They can be like, "Sir, sit down," and be like, "Why? I flew 22 hours." We're like, "I'm from St. Louis."
yeah.
They're like, "Let me have this." I'd be like, I don't like. I get it. Like I get it, but like this is for me. Like this was for me, right here, front row.
And yeah, like that's I would love to go to that show, and I would love the excuse to. I want to visit Japan in general, but you know, one of the things I want to do there is go to a New Japan show, but I think I want to go to the New Japan show,
Or we can go to the G1 final.
or we go to G1 Fine. I think both either.
Yeah.
Either like Dominion would be nice. Like just
Korakuen Hall would be fun if that's how you pronounce it. Going to
Yeah,
a show at
Korakuen.
Korakuen Hall, that would be kind of cool. Like
it's a nice venue.
I'd go anywhere, honestly.
Yeah.
I do want to like go and see a sumo show too, like
Right.
the same week. I would love.
And there's
that.
so much beauty, like the countryside, like I love cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
Like that's where.
Oh, dude, tears.
Yeah.
Like I'd have a single tear looking at those cherry blossom trees over there, man.
But I think that leads into our next segment. As just a few days ago, we had Wrestle Kingdom 20,
Right.
and you know I had this realization. I always kind of my interest in New Japan always like varies, but I always watch Wrestle Kingdom because it's always a great show.
Yeah.
And this was a great show.
You tell me about it.
So the funniest thing. So we started watching Wrestle Kingdom together in 2017.
Was it 17 or 16?
16 was you when you started. 17 is when I started.
I started in 15.
15, right?
So it might have
'Cause
been 16 that we watched.
It wasn't 16 because that's 2016 is when I started watching wrestling again in general because I took that year off.
Okay, because I was gonna say 2016 was Okada Tanahashi, I think.
No, so I didn't watch that show.
Yeah.
Because that was the Global Force.
No, that was the year before.
Was that the year before?
That was Wrestle Kingdom 9. Yeah, Global Force.
But I remember that was relatively around the same. But no, it was 2017 because my first one was Okada Omega. And that's why I was just like, because what's so funny, I used to, when I was back in those days, I was very IWC brained and was a big Jim Cornette fan. I still kind of listen to Jim Cornette, even though he's a very old man who just yells at children nowadays.
Yeah.
But I was
That match sucked.
but I was very much brained and just like, Kenny and the Bucks suck. They're terrible. And I'm going to this. I'm just like, I'm gonna hate this. But Josh invited me, and I'm watching it. It was just like, he's the greatest wrestlers of all time. What is this old man talking about?
Legitimately, like, man, that the 2017, 18, and 19, even 2016, man, those Wrestle Kingdoms was so much fun. Oh my god.
Right. And then, so I remember, and then 2020, I kind of slipped because that was their first 2-night one.
Oh God! Oh,
So we
I
had to do it-
hated that. That's
so we
why
had
I
to-
stopped. I forgot.
And like so we had to do it 2 nights in a row. We didn't get together for 21 because like COVID
Yeah.
was still like that was pre-vaccine, so we
Yeah.
were all still kind of very social distancing.
I don't even know if COVID really dropped over here yet. I think 21 would just.
No, so 2020. So that was January 2020. So that was before COVID got here. COVID got here in March of 2020.
2021, we just missed. I think I just completely whiffed.
Yeah, I
on
think
Resident
I
Evil
I
thing.
know I watched the show.
Yeah.
But we didn't watch it together. Yeah, so I don't think we've watched one together since 2020
Yeah, because
because we both fell asleep.
you do. Yeah, and it's tough. Like that keeps being the theme. Like I'm so excited for Wrestle Kingdom, and I sit down. That's why I used to have those watch parties, and I realized that because next year or any years going forward, we're just gonna have to all get together and get the
Right.
Buffalo Wild Wings again. Because I'm not gonna make it if I
That's
don't.
the thing too. So also it was easier for me because I work nights at my job. Like I'm getting off at like between midnight and 1 a.m. most nights. We're running late right now, so I was getting off at 2 a.m. When Wrestle Kingdom. So I watched the first 2 hours of the show at work.
Yeah.
So that was easy. And then I locked up, went and got food because that would help me woke. I was like, but like the only thing open was Taco Bell, so I had to load up on Taco Bell at 2:30 in the morning, which
That's
I'm 30 now, so I gotta stop doing that.
Was so White Castle wasn't open?
They might have been. I don't know. Their hours are weird.
Taco Bell at 2 in the morning.
But so yeah, I did that, finished the show, and then I knew it was bad for you because I was texting you somewhat frequently, but then like every third text is when I got a response.
Dude, man. Okay, so like I was so excited, man, and I would be awake, and I was so happy to be awake, and I'm like, oh, here we go, and then like I would like blink, and it would be a whole different match, not entrances, just a whole
Match.
different match, like past the hope spot, past the comeback spot, and I'm like, okay, we're getting into something. Blink again. And here's the next match. And I'm like, what is happening right now?
You're time skipping.
Yeah, I was literally like, I would blink and its time would just skip an hour. And I'm like, this sucks. And then I woke up and Tanahashi and Okada are in the ring, getting after it, just going at it. I'm like, all right, I'm locked in.
Right.
I blinked again and Tanahashi had a microphone in his hand. And then I blinked again, and it was like the Japanese announce table cam, you know, that clan like at the end of Wrestle Kingdom where they're sitting talking. You don't know what the heck they're saying.
Yeah. The English commentary is off for the rest of the night.
Oh my god, dude.
But yeah, I watched most of the show. I missed like a match and a half when I left work and got food. But I thought it was a great Wrestle Kingdom.
The stuff I saw was great. The Stardom match was awesome.
That was so I watched the first half of that match, and then that's when I had to leave work, so I didn't see the finish of that match. But what I saw was great.
I didn't see the finish either.
So all right, we're both.
I didn't see the finish of any match.
We got 2 more matches.
Two more? Okay.
Well, so because they're the co-main events basically.
Which I was excited for, but I should have just set an alarm
Yeah.
and just waited.
So the first of our main events, Konosuke Takeshita versus Yota Tsuji.
Yota Tsuji.
These guys are great.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I remember when Konosuke debuted in AEW a few years back, and I was just like, this dude's a star.
Yeah.
I could tell from that first match, like, this guy is going to blow up.
Yep.
He is the next big thing.
He's got the look, man.
He's got the look. He's got the athleticism. And, like, he just has it. And, you know, this dude's triple contracted
Yeah.
across 3 different promotions.
Yeah.
Was holding the top belt in New Japan while wrestling in America for AEW.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like the story of this too, is you have this invading force in Konosuke versus Yota Tsuji, who's, you know, the traditionalist and like wanting to maintain New Japan's honor and like thinking the belt needs to be there. And even in commentary was talking about, like, you know, one could argue, like, you know, they talk about how, like they discovered New Japan because Jushin Thunder Liger showing up on WCW. Like, what's
Right.
to say how many people are going to discover New Japan because of Konosuke on AEW seeing their belt? So, there's an argument to be made about having, outsider champions from different promotions.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, these two are just great. Man, like they were just going pound for pound. They're just so good.
I saw a little bit of that match. I actually saw a chunk of Takeshita's entrance, and then I saw a little bit of the match itself, and then I blinked.
Then time skipped again.
Yeah, I just kept time skipping, man. It just wasn't. It just wasn't my night. It really wasn't. It wasn't my night.
And also, I appreciated Konosuke did confirm the armband he was wearing was one of Nakamura's because he wasn't allowed to be at the show.
Yeah.
Which I'll get into after we talk about our main event. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kazuchika Okada. Probably two of the best Japanese wrestlers of all time.
There's a few, but these are two of the few.
I have loved Tanahashi ever since when you introduced me to New Japan. I was just like, cause I remember you even told me he's basically Japanese John Cena.
Yeah.
Like, he's just the biggest star there.
Yeah.
And then they played a lot of like video packages, and like you see like a lot of the ads he does over there. Which granted, like Japanese marketing is the most unhinged thing ever. Yeah. But it's like Hiroshi Tanahashi with a big smile on his face, interacting with all this nonsense, having the time of his life.
Yeah.
I rarely see this man negative. He's just all smiles.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen Hiroshi Tanahashi frown.
Well, I do. I remember I saw him frown. It was last Wrestle Kingdom because there was the big story. Because one of the matches, it was one of the big title matches with Shuta Umino, who like had like a bad performance that night, and they just cut to Hiroshi Tanahashi on commentary, and he's visibly annoyed about how bad this match was. And then like one of the next matches, because the big match of that night was Gabe Kidd versus Kenny Omega, because it was Kenny Omega's return, and he's visibly bawling at these two men, these two foreigners, just absolutely demolishing and having the best match of the night, probably the best match of last year.
Yeah.
And he's like visibly sobbing. So it was like the big story out of like Shuta Umino basically disgracing New Japan and disappointing Hiroshi Tanahashi. It's the only time I've ever seen
dishonor on your family, dishonor on your children.
But then like he was on the card for this. He was in with one of the guys, and it never once came up on commentary about the disgrace he had. So I guess they figured it out in the years since I've watched. But I also I liked the story of this match is basically not only just Tanahashi's retirement, but also like this isn't the same Okada. This is AEW. He came out to his AEW theme.
Yeah.
Which I missed the Rainmaker stuff, but he's playing a different character, so I acknowledge why it's doing that, and also this.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care.
But
you can play the song once,
right?
For old time's sake. I don't care. I do not care. Play the Rainmaker music. I want to hear the coin flip.
Like, at least
and I want to hear the guitar riff behind the coin flip.
Okay, but they just keep the coin drop. But
no.
But also,
I want money to be flying around the whole stadium.
But I think a big part of like Okada's story the past few years since signing with AEW, is he doesn't want to be the Rainmaker anymore. He's being this like he's really doing this heel run, doing the elite stuff over the past like 2 years.
What about what I want? Didn't ask what he wanted to do.
But like part of the story of the match was basically Okada kind of being forced to be the Rainmaker again.
Yeah.
And like my favorite spot was at the end of the match when he finally did the Rainmaker pose, which is the first time he's done it in 2 years.
Yeah.
Because he did it earlier in the match where like he's about to do it and they flips off the camera, which is a lot of fun. Yeah. Because like you could tell he's having a lot of fun doing the heel stuff because he didn't really get to do it, at least the kind of heel work he can do in America and in New Japan.
Yeah.
but you know, like, because I noticed like he has this moment after he does it where like he pauses for a moment and kind of realizes what he just did. And I think the story for next year is we see the return of like the Okada. Because especially you know he just lost one of his belts to John Moxley. He finally lost the Continental Classic after winning the past 2 tournaments and winning the belt from Eddie Kingston back when they created the belt. Like he's had that belt for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So now finally losing that, and then you know just a week and a half later having this big match, I think it makes sense. And you know, a lot of that's me maybe picking thing, and maybe their connections aren't there, but knowing how they like to tell stories, especially with AEW, I think that's basically what the framework is.
I would love that, and I would love for it to like culminate in him main eventing Wrestle Kingdom, main eventing All In, coming out to the Rainmaker theme song.
Because I do think you know they had their big match in the quarterfinal or in the semifinals for the Continental Classic, Konosuke and Okada. I don't think that feud's done yet. Yeah. I think they're still.
I mean, they had like a match.
They had a match.
So.
But you know,
like that's not a feud. That's a match.
That's a match. Like I think there's still a lot of story to tell there.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna, you know, the Don Callis family stuff's gonna fall apart, which is good because that's like my least favorite thing going on right now. It just doesn't really do anything for me. But yeah, this match was great. All the big spots were great. And then. The tribute to Tanahashi, fantastic, because everyone just one by one coming out.
I didn't see any of that. I saw Tanahashi standing there with a microphone.
Yeah. So he cut a promo. Well, first Okada basically said like thank you, and left the ring, and then like one by one, so like Jay White came out, which was fun because like the story of him is you know he was banned from showing up in storyline. That's why he went to AEW. When he went to AEW. Yeah. So this is his first time appearing in New Japan since leaving. And then Will Ospreay came out, got a huge pop because he's been out of injury for a few months, and also you know Japan loves Will Ospreay, which I mean everyone loves Will Ospreay. Yeah. I love Will Ospreay.
How could you not?
But then like the other surprise, there were a few surprise people showing up. Besides the one I wanted that I didn't get, I'll get into in a minute.
Which one is that?
But Kenny Omega came out. But then also coming out right after Kenny Omega came out, Kota Ibushi come out, who was actually legitimately banned from New Japan shows because they had a very ugly dispute before him signing with AEW. But like that's how much Hiroshi Tanahashi means to people. They agreed to let Kota Ibushi show up on a show when just last year he wasn't allowed to show up.
Time heals all wounds.
Even Tony Khan couldn't make it happen. Hiroshi Tanahashi could make it happen though. But man, he was visible because he had a really bad injury like 2 months ago, and he even said it's gonna be like probably like 2 years before we see him in a ring again. But like he was visibly in pain walking down that massive ramp. So it was a long ramp this year. But then so they came out and they're all giving his flowers. Naito showed up and congratulated him. And then Tanahashi thanked the crowd, got in a gondola, and then drove around and was and shaking everyone's hand. And that's about the time where I turned off the pay-per-view because I realized that it's over. But yeah, everyone from Hiroshi Tanahashi's career showed up to thank Hiroshi Tanahashi, except the one major star, Shinsuke Nakamura, who basically has already said, without outright saying it, WWE wouldn't let him just be there.
Which is crazy because didn't Bayley go to Wrestle Kingdom?
At least I think so.
Like a year or two ago for Mercedes?
I think you're right. But yeah, because...
See, that's why I don't ask for permission.
Right, just show up.
You ain't using me anyway.
Right, and that's the... So I get... Because I know he was pushing to be his final opponent. Yeah. And I get not wanting him to wrestle. But not even just like, hey, this is like my closest friend. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be involved in his send off. And like I get it's two different companies and one signed with like the major, but like live in the real world for a second. Just the real world. These are two close friends, and you have to ask for permission. That's still ridiculous. To go support your friend. And then you have people online defending you not showing up. Live in the real world.
Yeah, they always be trying to talk about like tribalism and wrestling is dead, but I'm just like, no, it's not. WWE is very tribal, very territorial,
and it's very clear it's WWE.
Yeah. Because who's the person that makes that call is my question. Exactly. Is it I don't think that's a good idea for you to go and be over there on that show because what does it do for us? I understand that you're friends, but we're not gonna be doing that over here. We don't do that here at WWE. Or is it Nick Khan that's like, I don't think that's a good idea. Or does it come all the way from the top? I couldn't imagine that a Mark Shapiro or what's the other dude's name?
Emmanuel, Ari Emmanuel?
Yeah, I can't imagine a Mark Shapiro or Ari Emmanuel.
It's not. It's definitely. Care. I think it stops. I think it stops at Nick Khan.
Yeah,
I think it's him and Hunter basically being like, yeah, we don't want this.
Yeah, it's WWE is a weird place to me right now because I think a lot of people are glossing over some what I would consider to be some potentially glaring issues, just for the sake of it's WWE. There are some things that I see that I'm just like that could fall apart really quickly.
Right.
But we'll see when we get there. If we get there, if it doesn't, then great. Like keep it pushing. But there's some toxicity in there that I think is not healthy long term. And I think eventually those rose-colored glasses of not having Vince there eventually will wear off and people will see even more. Like it really has, with the amount of like advertisements and different things that have come up. But there's just some things for me that I notice that I'm like, yeah, I've touched on it a little bit, with the whole, telling fans that they're stupid because they don't, or telling fans that they don't get it just because they have a different opinion, stuff like that.
And it was crazy. You bring up the ad stuff, and I'll go into talking about Raw this week.
We can start with the ads. Just start with the ads.
I even caught it because like I think what's so glaring watching the two shows. And it's funny too. I had to watch Raw this week because since Ronda's not here, Josh asked me to watch Raw.
That's interesting.
And I haven't watched a Raw probably since the first Netflix show.
Yeah. Which was not a good Raw either.
Which wasn't, but also like, man, just the ads. It's so bad. And like I get like so this episode.
You said the ads are so bad.
Yeah. Well, just the saturation.
It is frequent.
And then like the thing I caught on to, because they're doing these ad breaks now. Yeah. It's so funny too. I remember when they announced the Netflix deal, and so many people are like, "Oh, Raw's just gonna be 2.5 hours, no ads." And I'm just like, "You're insane if you think they're not running ads."
Advertisements, yeah.
Like Netflix is more like, we can finally justify running ads on a broadcast. This is perfect. And like.
And I don't have the ad-free tier. It's hard for me to justify paying for Netflix. I'm not paying $25 a month for that.
Not like that. They don't even offer a tier to just have the Raw stream without the ad breaks. There's no paid tier for that. Yeah, it's just
yeah, but you gotta get you a VPN.
Yeah, and you just gotta watch overseas
and put it in certain countries that don't do ads. So.
Because even like, and they'd break, so granted, I did for like the first half of the show, I had it muted on my phone. because my girlfriend and I were doing dinner and watching stuff and doing some other things. So like I was like half watching the show. But like even just muted, I was just like, I feel like we're breaking for ads a lot.
Every time you look down, it's an ad.
Yeah. And like they're at least like, it's 3-minute ad breaks. So it's like, all right.
But then you come back from a 3-minute ad break and do 3 minutes of video packages and promote it for other things.
And that was the crazy, because also the ads they run. So half of them I saw the same Stranger Things teaser about 6 times. Okay,
and didn't Stranger Things already end?
Yeah.
So why are you doing a collaboration after the show over with? And it wasn't even really a collaboration. It was like a theme. It was themed. It was Stranger Things themed. Literally nothing happened except for them playing the stupid music, having a little setup, background, backdrops, and then like chapter 6.
Yeah.
He who fell into a hole. And I'm like, what is this? I'm like,
also,
you might as well not even did it.
I think what been a really cool way to help promote Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Because they kept bringing it up on commentary. It's like, it's like we're back in the 80s. Do a retro theme arena.
Oh, you talking about Saturday night's main event?
Yeah. Like just do that setup for that. Remember when they used to do like Legends nights on Raw?
Yeah, that's Saturday night's main event now.
Yeah, but like just do that setup.
Yeah,
just
go get Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, or like just do like the classic logos and like lean into it. Don't. But then also, like the most egregious ad break I had, where they did that, and like the other, and like it ended on like a Mania ad.
Yeah.
And then cuts.
Was it the poker table one?
I don't remember. I think it may have been the poker table one. But I just remember looking out and like I saw like the the Mania Vegas.
Yeah.
And then like I saw the countdown went down, and we go back to broadcast. And it's Cody and Finn on Cody's podcast, and it's promoting their podcast lineup, and I'm just like. I just saw a WWE ad to then cut back to the live broadcast, which is promoting a WWE ad. So I got 2 more minutes of ads while you talk about.
Oh, WWE's taking over, man.
And to talk about podcasts.
They want your life. Remember what The Rock was saying about Cody's soul? That's what they want. They want our souls, brother. You're gonna watch this podcast. You're gonna watch Raw, NXT, SmackDown. You're gonna watch Tubi for Evolve.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch Stephanie's podcast. You're gonna watch The Undertaker's podcast. Then you're gonna watch Unreal because we about to put that back out.
And oh my
Could you imagine?
So I finally
trying to watch all of that every single week.
Well,
that is a real touch grass moment.
Well, not only that, what you're like.
And I
didn't realize how bad it was, how bad it was getting, and like it's always been Raw has always been like this. It's the wrestling show with very little wrestling. It was like 2.5 hours. There's 4 matches?
If I go watch a Raw from 2012, 2013, 2014, it's like, man, we thought we had it bad, but we didn't.
Well, also because at least it was like
got wrestling.
It was wrestling in 20-minute promos. Now it's wrestling 20-minute 10-minute promos and 30 minutes of ads. Every 15 minutes. Yeah, I know the math isn't adding up, but they somehow found a way.
It's some Steiner math, though. No, legit. Okay, so the main event happened. I think they cut the ad break 3 times during the match.
Which I remember at least the main event, there was one last ad break, like before the main event, or if they went overtime, one more before that.
Yeah.
At least that's how it used to be on USA Network.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's horrible. It's truly horrible. And that's kind of my thing is like, man, if I was ever face to face with a Mark Shapiro or Ari Emanuel, I'm like, at what point could you at least just do picture in picture?
Mm-hmm.
Because
that's what I at least appreciate with AEW is because even on the HBO Max stream, they still will, if they're doing picture in picture on the live broadcast, they're doing it on the HBO Max stream.
That's what I'm saying. Give me picture in picture something. Like do what NASCAR does. Like, and they did picture in picture, didn't they, for a long time? And I'm just like,
well, it's funny they started doing picture in picture because AEW started doing picture in picture, and then I think they finally stopped doing it because I genuinely think they're trying to figure out how much they can squeeze before it finally breaks. Yeah. And I think we're hitting the breaking point. Yeah. Because it's someone like me because even like I texted a friend of mine who's getting back into wrestling because he has Netflix for like the month. So he was also watching the episode. And we ended up talking about it, and like I brought the ad break. He's like, yeah, that was a lot.
It's a lot of ads, dude.
And also, like, it's a lot of the same ads. Mm-hmm. Like, I saw that Stranger Things teaser like 6 times.
Yeah.
I saw that Ben Affleck, Matt Damon movie teaser about 4 times.
The DoorDash ones are funny.
The DoorDash ones were pretty funny. I'll admit to that.
I actually like the DoorDash ads.
They put some work into that.
Yeah.
And then like, but it was like the same 3 or 4 ads.
Yeah.
Every
on top of a bad show.
On top, yeah, like the
like
show,
it wasn't a good Raw. Like don't even, like I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. There was nothing anniversary special.
It didn't feel like, because I at least when they did the first.
It was underwhelming.
When they did the first Raw of the year, like that first time when they did the Netflix deal, it did feel like a big deal, and like it was a decent show.
You had The Rock come out and play Dwayne.
But also it was, it was built on, we're doing a CM Punk main event. And the same thing with this show is we're building on a CM Punk main event. And it was a fine match.
That match was actually good.
It was good.
That's the thing. The match quality of the show wasn't necessarily bad. But
no, like everyone
else?
before, even like when I had it muted, I was just like, I did at least appreciate. I'll give them this. There was like of like the 4 matches, like 3 of them were women's matches.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's a lesson I want Tony Khan to really learn, is push your female talent. They both have fantastic women's rosters.
Yeah.
And one company is good at utilizing them, and the other one still has a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And like so I appreciated that. Even like the first match, like it was fine, even though it just kept like just all the ad cuts. Like it was really breaking up the flow of the matches. And then it was, and especially like when I had Raw on my phone, I was walking around the apartment doing some things, like doing laundry and all that, and like I would look down while hanging up clothes, and it's like, oh, it's an ad.
And that's the thing, right? So you look at the amount of ads that we get on top of the lack of quality. And like I said, I always want to go on record and say, I love wrestling. I really enjoy wrestling, but that doesn't come without the negative side and the holes that we get. Like, I'm not sitting around hate watching the show. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm watching to genuinely enjoy it. And there are parts of it I genuinely enjoy. Like, I genuinely enjoyed the Raquel Rodriguez attack. Like, I like seeing that, like I like seeing something interesting and fun and new, right? Seeing her actually rise up to that point. But the show, like itself, was generally uninteresting to me. I mean, like Becky Lynch, like when she comes out, like I want to feel invested right now, but there's just something that is not clicking for me personally. I don't know. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing it. Right, because when she gets on Twitter, it's hilarious. Right. When she's on social, it's hilarious, but it's just something ain't translating. When the show just lacks energy, right? Because you have to do so many ad breaks, you have to promote so many of your podcasts and so many of this and that. Granted, we're sitting on a podcast talking about it, but like it really messes with the pacing of a wrestling show to do everything but have wrestling on the wrestling show.
I think that's become my problem, like why I don't watch Raw that much, or really any of it. It's just like all of it feels like promotion for other shows, but then you watch those other shows and those are promoting other shows. So all you're doing,
go watch this. They're sending you on a chicken hunt.
We got anything else?
There's a couple of different points that I still want to make. I feel like, as fans, especially on the internet, we always lead ourselves to believe, or we hype something up more than it should be. And I'm like, and this is one of those cases for this episode of Raw. I'm like, is this our fault? Like, did we overthink this? Did we have over expectations? Or did WWE set a false level of expectation of what this show was supposed to be? And I think it's a mix of both. I think the whole Stranger Things collaboration and it being an anniversary show and the first show of the season, Like, if you're WWE, you know you need to bring your A game. You're expected to do something that's going to be memorable. There wasn't nothing that happened on the show that was particularly memorable. It felt like a Raw on June 26th, and whatever. And that kind of bothered me. But also, what bothers me is the whole way that, like, as fans, we create these false expectations of things happening for ourselves. Like, Jericho didn't show up. Well,
he wasn't
granted,
he wasn't advertised.
he wasn't advertised too, because WWE don't do surprises no more. They want to squeeze your penny. They're gonna tell you if Jericho coming.
Now, granted, they did. They hinted at a lot that Jericho is.
Well,
I think there was a reference to the learning tree on commentary, and I saw a few I think there was a few code breakers in a few different matches. So but they've subtle teases is nothing.
that's a
new.
lot. Hey, that's a lot of Easter eggs to be dropping for a 55-year-old wrestler.
For a dude who's like, realistic, he's gonna show up at like number 30 at the Rumble, or he's gonna get a big spot at the Rumble
And
like
still get thrown out.
And still get thrown out. but like that's.
It's anticlimactic. That's my whole point of.
But yeah, like even the end of the show
it
felt
is.
really deflated, and I don't. And part of it was maybe the finish of the match.
Yeah.
Part of it was maybe this because like I said, it was a good match.
And look, don't get me wrong. I got another point. I got some points. I got some points I need to get off of my chest.
Yeah.
Before we might need to just like separate this last part here, because I got something. This. Remember what I was saying about writing being bad? Okay. Jimmy and Jay Uso.
I'm glad this was in your notes because I had the exact same thought.
And I'm not gonna say it to the vulgarity that I want to say this. Why are they still coming out to Jay's theme song? You can still yeet to down since day one-ish. We've been down since day one-ish. It don't make sense. You telling me what is this supposed to be? A happy zone for like, is Jimmy, tell me what the story is. Is Jimmy motivating Jay here? Is Jimmy trying to be like of support? Cause I've missed some stuff. Like, so don't tell me, tell me if I'm wrong, but that's the question I'm asking. Why are they still coming out to, it's just me, Oos. We a tag team. It doesn't make sense. Cut it off, run it back. It's just me, Oos. Why, if I'm Jimmy and I have not gotten a singles attention, I'm talking in kayfabe, in storytelling, in writing. If I'm Jimmy and I just saw my brother launch himself into the stratosphere and I didn't get none of that for the last 2 years, and then we get back together and we win the tag team championship and we got a hard theme song just like that theme song. Why are we not using the tag team theme song we have if we back together as a team? What is happening here? Like, that don't make sense to me. Justify it in the writing. Justify it. If I'm sitting in the room, is nobody saying, hey, we still have the rights to day one-ish. Like, wouldn't it make more sense to use that? It's a real legitimate question. I got some things to get off of my chest. That's the first thing.
I almost texted you last night. When I saw him, I had the exact same thought, and I was just like, I almost texted you. It was just like, wait, they're tag teaming now, but they're still coming out to Jey Uso.
It don't make no sense.
Because I heard
it don't make sense. Because like I just said, if the whole thing is, we want to be able to yeet, it's the same song with different lyrics.
Right. Because even like when he came out, I was here, it's just me, Uso. I was like, no, it isn't.
I'm like, no, it's you and your brother.
With
it's
belt.
y'all. It's us. We been down since day one-ish. Not just me, Oos.
Also, what was the purpose of that segment?
I don't even remember what happened. They got on the microphone.
They came out.
4 letters, 1 word.
That was the whole segment. It was 5 minutes of the crowd just yeeting to a song that's about one person while there are 2 people out with belts.
Yeah, that pissed me off. Every time they come out, it pissed me off. I can't get into it no more. I'm like,
this doesn't make sense.
I can't be invested in this because, like, it doesn't make sense. And before somebody with a big nose and crooked glasses goes, did you enjoy the show? Just watch the show. See what happens. Do something that makes sense. Please. For the love of God, do something that makes some sense. Next thing, unpredictable badass. That is a stupid nickname. You know why? If you call somebody unpredictable, that makes them predictable. Oh, this guy's an unpredictable badass. Okay, I can predict that he gonna do something unpredictable now. Think about how dumb that nickname is. And whoever approved that, you ought to be shamed. Y'all need to figure something else out. And if Brian came up with that himself, tell somebody else to do it because he got a Steiner brain. Unpredictable badass. I can predict that you're gonna be unpredictable, stupid. Look, my bracelet flew off. I got stuff to get off of my chest. Like that's the reason it's called Heat, ain't it? I can go down a whole rabbit hole of stuff. My last point. Why are referees so useless? This the first half of, you got these useless referees. Raquel Rodriguez is in the ring and she doing whatever she doing, stomping out on Stephanie Vickers' ankle. This is another point of where I call this bad writing. We need to have a segment called Bad Writing that pisses Josh Cage off about wrestling. Cause you coming in there, it's two of y'all and one of her, and she's stomping on somebody. So you telling me, hold on. There's an arsonist committing arson. And it's babies inside. Mm-hmm. And it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of y'all. And one arsonist. You not willing to get burned a little bit to save the babies? This is the same principle. You telling me you watching somebody with a messed up ankle, with a boot on, getting stomped out, and you get on the apron, and she turn around to you, and then you like, shoot, I don't want to get hit. Man, you better get hit first of all. Like, what's her name? What's the lady ref name? That she is training to wrestle again, and you telling me she was scared? How am I supposed to believe in her as a performer when I know that her as the referee was backing down from standing up to somebody that was stomping on somebody else's boot on the ankle? Come on, dog. That's just bad writing. It don't make sense. Do things that make sense. Hunter and that brother. What's the black dude name? What's that brother name? Ryan something that be writing the show. Do something that makes sense. You make more money than me. I shouldn't be able to figure this out. And then too, low IQ wrestlers, right? When you get that classic trope, you got people at ringside. I'm wrestling tonight. I'm having a match, and the guy that I'm working against has a whole faction of people, and somebody's standing ringside. And I go to do a move, I start getting an advantage, and Paul Heyman jump on the apron. I'm not gonna break from what I'm doing for that big fat man that can't do nothing to me. I'm serious. Think about it. That don't make no sense. Think about the stupidity in that. Like, that doesn't make sense. You got these guys in here and you give them these low IQs. Tony Stark don't have a low IQ, right? Think about superheroes. Some superheroes the Flash is kind of stupid, but like, even he was smart. If this happened to you, if you've been wrestling since 2000, whatever the heck, and you'd had how many matches with people at ringside, and then Paul Heyman get up on the apron and you gonna stop doing what you doing to go see what he doing? And then you gonna get low blow rolled up and your championship gone because you was stupid. Make it make sense. That's all I'm asking. Find some smarter writers. Do things that make sense. These classic tropes don't have to continue in the year of our Lord 2026. It doesn't have to continue to be this way. Wrestlers don't have to be stupid. Referees don't have to be useless, especially referees that we know are training to be wrestling again. Not only that, ain't she having matches on Evolve under a different name?
I think so.
So why is she scared? That's the heat I got for the week. I'm sure I'm gonna have some more next week, but bad writing is something that I just can't sit through that, man. I'm closed the book on that one. But
bad writing moment I noticed from this show, and it's really not even bad writing, it's just inconsistent character stuff. Last week, Finn Balor came out and declared 2026 is gonna be the year of Finn Balor.
No, that was on commercial break though.
But then first Raw of this year, not on the show at all.
That was the commercial break though.
Right. Same with because
I done broke my brace.
yeah, I didn't realize a lot of stuff's just happening during commercial breaks now.
Yeah.
Javon Evans signed commercial break. I saw a clip online. I was just like, did I miss this while I was doing laundry?
Yeah, you missed it.
No, I missed it because I was watching the trailer for Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's new movie.
It just bad writing don't make sense to me. I'm like, you got people in here making 6 figures, and that's what they come up with. Like, just because it's wrestling doesn't mean we have to continue doing tropes that are just awful.
Right.
That's the reason that people that don't like wrestling don't like wrestling.
Right.
People that don't watch wrestling and see that you trying to draw people in with Unreal and all these different shows and all these different pieces of content, right? And then you get them in there and they watch it, and then somebody does something like that where it's like Punk and Heyman with the whole apron spot. It's like, I mean, or the referee's not helping. It's like, bro, just go in there and give them a bear hug until the other referees come out there. It don't make sense.
And what's crazy too, like you're telling me that you can't think of a compelling way to make a Punk Heyman spot like that make sense. These are two of the smartest guys in wrestling right now. That's why I know it's not their fault. It can't be. I refuse to believe it's their fault.
Nah, we should blame them. You know why?
I blame them because they're content.
Because they have enough of a voice to make a change in that
Yeah.
situation.
And like no, they're just doing the spot because that's what came up with.
Call me an idiot, call me stupid, call me whatever. I just want better. Want better. See, some people believe that professional wrestlers should be able to win acting awards like Oscars and things like that, and I'm like, not when you have writing like that holding them back.
Well, and not only that, it's
a whole different category.
You're not. It's just you're never going to be taken seriously in that space because also you're not doing that, and you gotta stop pretending that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Because you're doing both poorly. This idea that we're
want to be mainstream so bad, but can't clean up the show to make it be mainstream.
Even like 2 years ago, when people were telling me the Bloodline storyline is the greatest thing to happen on television that year, I was, what are you talking?
All the television?
You don't watch enough television. You just don't watch. It's people who don't watch.
Bloodline was the greatest thing to happen to wrestling in the last 20 years.
I honestly don't even think it was that. I think it was a good.
I think Bloodline was pretty fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bloodline was hard.
But like, I think but like when you got fans like that in the corner, and those are the fans WWE wants.
Well, that's the people that watch everything. That's the people that's watching that podcast.
These are the people who watch Unreal and be like, "This is incredible."
Yeah.
And it's just I don't even need to watch Unreal because I know. Also, like, I love the opening bit of that teaser where it's Paul Heyman being like, I don't like this show. What a great way to promote your show. Open with someone, a respected face, being, I don't like this.
Right.
But, yeah, it was a weird show. And there was a lot.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Because even like.
It's a waste of time for me as a dad of 3. When I reshuffle my work schedule and I try to, and I'm like, all right, this is supposed to be their big Raw of the year, and I get home and I'm trying to do this while I'm taking care of my kids. Well, I could have just focused on taking care of my kids and watched the Raw recap highlights on YouTube instead, because the show wasn't no good for me to invest that kind of time. Dang near PLEs still hold the weight to invest that kind of time, but we're about to start getting to a point where anything outside of the big 4 is not reasonable anymore.
Well, even when I was watching the show, and what's actually like Mondays are like my one like days off. So
I'm sorry you had to waste it doing that.
And I'm watching Raw. Like I can't really watch Dynamite. I gotta watch it at work if it's slow enough. Can't watch Collision because it's Saturday night. I'm busy Saturday nights at work. Like if it's slow, I'll be able to pull it up on my tablet, but I'm still doing stuff. Like this is the only time I was actually able to sit down and watch a wrestling show. Was this Monday Night Raw, and I'm sitting there on my phone watching this, and then I remember my girlfriend went to go to bed, and then she's just like, "Oh, is this still going on?" I was just like, "Yeah." She's like, "Is it live?" I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta watch it because I gotta cover it at 8 a.m. the next day." And
I'm so sorry.
and then like the show's over, and I'm just like, "Well, at least we'll get good content out of it because it's us just screaming about it."
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get that off of my chest, but you know what? We're running way behind, but we had a much more.
There was a lot that happened this past week.
It was a big weekend. Well, half of a big weekend.
There's stuff that happened that I didn't even get to.
Did you see the Royal? You see they built the stadium for the Royal Rumble?
Yeah,
from
so we
scratch,
literally
dude?
before, we're both leaving to come record, and then he's sending me an article of. And I'm seeing they found a patch of desert.
Bro, I'm standing out the shower butt naked looking at the phone, and I'm like, I see a notification about the building the stadium, and I'm standing there, what is this? And I'm like, oh. I'm like, bro, I still gotta like get dressed and do everything. I'm like, y'all call me fresh out the shower with this bull crap. Don't they got a stadium in that city already? Why are you building another stadium out of sticks? And who is building the stadium? And are you paying them and giving them lunches? Do they got a place to sleep at night? I have many questions about this makeshift stadium that's going on.
You're not going to like the answers to those questions.
I want the answers. I'd love the answers.
But
Mohammed bin Salman, give me the answers, please.
I'm not gonna piss off the royal family.
You don't want to piss them off? I just asked a question. I can't ask a question like Jamal Khashoggi. I can't ask questions.
Well, here we can. You can't over there now.
We can't ask no questions here.
That's true, actually. It's getting bad everywhere.
Yeah.
It's fine. HCW HEAT, it's gonna be the beacon of asking questions.
Beacon of hope and asking questions. Yeah, because I'll ask Triple H to his face, bro, what made y'all decide this? Was you just tired that week, or was you just not thinking? Because I got lots of questions to ask. They gonna be sick of me. If this blow up, they're gonna be like, this guy cannot come.
We're gonna be invited for press for one show and never get asked back because we're just gonna ask.
Because it's gonna start like this. It's gonna start. They gonna be like, they gonna point at me, and I'm be like, I'm gonna do like my mama used to do when she she ain't dead, but I'm gonna do like my mama do when she get upset. Let me ask you a question. Oh, all right, yo. I think that's enough. I think that's enough for the week. You know where to find us, social media. So we be on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all at the same handle, Hot Corner Wrestling. This is JN Potter 95. To my left, I am _ Josh Cage _ You can find Rana at Rana Chudge and at AK Sanders Slaughter. We'll still plug him as well. You'll find all of us on social media. Hopefully we get some clips out this week. Hopefully we get some shorter versions of this episode because I know it'll be a little longer. But we thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Just the tens of fans that we have. We love so much.
There are dozens of them.
Literally dozens of fans that we have that watch every week. You know what time it is. We go see you same time, same place next week. It may be Thursday. It may be Friday, but we'll be here. Enjoy your week. We'll see you later. Bye.